did. It's been emotional. I wasn't really expecting today to be emotional. I guess I thought about it, the fact that it could be. I just kind of hit me a little harder than I thought.
So it wasn't the plan to make Stephen cry.
Nope. I didn't know they were going to ask. Like, let's have a mini tribute to Stephen. It was genuine and spontaneous, and sometimes those are the best ways to get, visceral human actions or emotions.
So as you say goodbye to the show and the character and just everything, what do you really want to have happen next season? What would help kind of conclude things for you and for your character?
Well, for the character, there's some things that will probably be answered, right? His relationship with Lila. Lila plays a pivotal role in this season, and she's the leader of Argus, so we have to kind of address that. His two sons in the future, where's Diggle, and what's going on with his children. I think that's important. Is he or is he not Green Lantern? I think that's important. So I think those three things will be addressed in the 10 episodes. So you will get an answer.
It's a lot in 10 episodes.
It is. Yeah. That's why every episode is like a mini movie. And you sense when you're doing a 22 episode season where they're kind of working on the C story or D story. It's not quite where they left off, and it's kind of not an episode. They're not taking an episode off, but it's just going in a different direction. There's none of that for these 10 episodes.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there's this kind of substantial difference in.
Yeah, we're getting to the point a lot quicker, in simple terms. And I think that's in terms of John Diggle. And is there any? I think your question was, what do I expect for John Diggle?
Yeah, what would help you kind of conclude things?
And just for myself, I don't know. I look back on television. I grew up with like Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno and the Incredible Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. So I just remember being vastly entertained and entrenched in the drama of the show. Mm-hmm. I was entertained, and hopefully that's what people look back and and they're entertained by what we did for these 8 seasons. Some of that's the writing, some of it's the acting, and some of it's just the intangible. Like OTA or anything else that is like, how did that happen? Just magic. So hopefully people are still touched by this 10 years from now.
So what can you tell us about the role that Diggle might play in the crossover, or that you made?
Well, not much. I can tell you that he remains by Oliver's side, which is where he probably should always be. And he's Spock to his Kirk, so he remains there. And but there's some things that I just found out that I haven't quite put in my head how to lie to you and how to spin it yet, how to make a lie, how to make the shit smell a little good, like perfume.
They don't prep you with that and go.
Well, they usually do, but I just found out. I just found out what happens ultimately to Diggle in the crossover. We just found that out. So,
wow.
When you have Mark here, you just kind of grill him, and he's like, well, here's what happens. Oh, wow. So I haven't, usually that happens, honestly, that happens a lot of times at the beginning of the season. Because they really do have an overarching, they know exactly what's going to happen at the beginning and it happens, and they talk about the beginning of the season. But we didn't, we just kind of, first time I really talked about the season. So, nope, not much I can tell you about it besides he remains at Oliver's side.
Well, after that teaser, what do you think fans are going, what do you think their reaction is going to be when we do find out that the information that you just, are they going to be shocked? What do you think the reception might be?
Yeah. It's a 5-show crossover. They're going to be shocked. Without a doubt. They're going to be shocked. Yeah. And I think some questions won't be answered. So this isn't a situation where every single loose end has been tied up into a nice bow. I think some of those questions about Diggle, I think, are important to answer. But no, not every answer will be there. But I think everyone will be satisfied with the finale. Not just the crossover, but the finale.
And do you think Diggle will have his traditional brush with super speed, or have we kind of reached the end of that?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be super speed, but I think he's going to have something to say with the monitor about the monitor. I mean, the monitor is unlike any superhero that he's been in contact with. So there'll be a response to that to some degree.
Is there a hero?
Yes, I will enjoy my life.
Is there a hero in the crossover that you're booking that you haven't had a chance to interact with? You like, really, I'd love to work with this
Well,
person.
you know something, I don't know so much of the crossover. I would just love, personally, I would love to see Bruce Wayne. I always would love to see Bruce. Batman's great, but I want to see Bruce Wayne. I want to see what that's all about. Now, I don't know if he'll be in the crossover or not, but me personally, I would love to see it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.